Hi everyone and good morning. I hope everybody is warm today wherever you live. This morning it is -10 outside my house, so it is cold here today. So I'm going to spend the majority of the day inside, probably in the yarn room, working on a lot of things that I need to get done. And then I do have to go to the store later today, so I'm hoping that it warms up a little bit before I have to go. I have to go get a new knitting cable for a sweater that I'm working on. My son accidentally broke my smaller cable that I need for the sleeves, so I have to go hopefully find one of those today. But I wanted to do a quick what I've made in 2021. I don't have everything here because I made things for Christmas, so other people have those things now, and I think I made some gifts just throughout the year, maybe for like some birthdays and stuff like that. So obviously I don't have those items. But yeah, so here is my, let me see if I can get it all. Woo, I'm dropping everything. All right, let's see here. Here is my big pile of everything for 2021. It was folded, but I just dropped it all, of course. And then what I'm wearing today as well. So this item I did not make in 2021. I showed you guys this in my last video. I was working on this. This is my son's sweater, but I figured I would just put it in this video because you guys did see it in my last video, and I think I had to do the sleeves or maybe one sleeve. I can't remember. But here it is. This is his sweater. He's already worn it to school. He loves it. It's very squishy. This is made out of Nature Spun worsted weight in color Key Lime by the Brown Sheep Company. It is a size 4. And this is the color that he chose. He loves his wacky colors. He's 8 years old, so I love seeing his personality shine through in all the colors that he chooses for his clothing. And it's actually, so this year is his first year in a brick and mortar type school. So we did homeschool for all of his other years of school. He's in 3rd grade this year. And so we were a little bit concerned with how he was going to do with making friends and, you know, on the social aspect of things, because we did try to socialize him as much as we could while we were homeschooling, but obviously with the pandemic, then socialization didn't happen. And he's been doing so great. This year, he has started learning how to crochet himself. He's asked me to teach him, and right now he knows how to do a granny square. So he wants to make kind of like the Harry Styles type cardigan, but obviously with his own colors that he is choosing, and he's kind of just choosing them as he goes along. But one of the great things this year with him going to school is his teacher messaged me one day, and he had brought a little bit of yarn and some crochet hooks to school with him, and he was doing it at school. And then there was some girls that asked him if he could teach them, and then some little boys wanted to know, and he has started his own crochet club at school this year, and I'm just like, that is the cutest thing. His teacher was like, if there's any supplies that he needs, just let me know and I'll go get them. But my husband and I, we took him and we went and we got a bunch of crochet hooks in the same size for all the kids, and we got yarn for all of them. And so he's got quite the club going on right now, which I think is the cutest thing. So pretty soon he'll be able to make his own clothing, and he's very excited about that. So this is the sweater that I made for him. In my last video, I said there's no pattern for this. I just kind of, you know, went along, made the collar, went down and continued and just kept trying it on him as I went along. And I might do a video on doing this one of these days. if I can figure out how to film videos like that. But yeah, or somebody commented down below if I just do a video of just crocheting and making it. I could do that too. So that would be actually really fun to do, like a crochet along with me and chat and talk or whatever. So that would be super fun. Yeah, so this year was actually, the beginning of the year was kind of a slow year for me in making things because we were moving and trying to find a house and getting out of the military, and life was just scary and crazy. And I think for like the first 6 months of the year, I actually don't think I made anything. And then we ended up living with my mother-in-law for like, I think it was around like 6 months when we were trying to buy our house during the pandemic, which was absolutely the craziest thing I've ever experienced. And so during that 6 months, then I was like stress making things. And so pretty much everything that I've made here was like the last 6 months of 2021. So I have a paper here so that I can remember names and patterns and stuff of things that I made. So the first thing that I made for this year, I'm actually wearing it right now. This is the Crystal Coat Hooded Cardigan by Jolie Knots Crochet. And so she did pockets on hers. I did not do pockets on mine. I might go back and make pockets at some point, but I really love this cardigan. It's really soft. I made this in the Lion Brand homespun. What color is this? I can't. Oh wait, hold on. Color number 309. Yeah, so this is just I wanted something really soft and kind of like squishy, and that's what I made this out of. I'm not a huge fan of working with this yarn because I feel like it just like snags as you're using it, and it's kind of tedious, but it does make really, really nice, comfortable things. So yeah, so that was, I believe that was the first thing that I made in 2021. And that was about 6 months into the year. And then I made, I'm trying to go like from first to last. Then I made the Trendy Puff Sleeve Sweater by AC Crochet Club. I think a lot of these patterns I found on YouTube. So I think what was happening is I was stressed. I was watching YouTube a lot to just, I don't know, kind of de-stress, and then I started finding all these things that I wanted to make, and that's what I ended up doing. So this was a super cute, super fun sweater to make. The sleeves are gigantic and puffy, and I really like wearing this with like high-waisted like skirts. My husband says that I look like Velma from Scooby-Doo when I wear this. So there is that. And this I just made out of, I think this is just acrylic yarn. Just, this was just super easy and fun. I really liked this one. I might make this again with a little bit less puffy sleeves just to kind of have a more everyday sweater. And then I made, so then we moved into our house. We bought our house, and then I started crocheting even more. And then I made, this is probably one of my favorite things that I made this year. It was the Summer Scallop Dress by For the Frills. And I changed this pattern quite a bit when I was making this because I was using the Big Twist graphic yarn. I don't think this is available anymore, and I'm happy I bought a lot of it because I really like this yarn. It is a number 1, excuse me, super fine. And so I had to change the pattern quite a bit. Not really change the pattern, but just like accommodate for how fine the yarn is. I didn't double it or anything. I just used one strand because I wanted like a really tight kind of, I don't know what you would call it, but a really tight kind of stitch into it. And I also didn't put the scallops on the dress because I kind of felt like it would be a little bit too much up here and it might feel a little bit constricting. So I'm actually going to make this dress again. This is the sash that I made with it. In her pattern, I think she has two patterns for this. There's one where you can make a tank top, like a tank top shirt, and then or you can make it into the dress. And I think you kind of just keep going for the dress. But there's two ways to do the straps, and I may make another one and do the straps the other way too, but they're really pretty ties, and they tie up on your shoulders, and it's just such a good pattern. This took me a really long time to make because I was using such fine yarn, and I was kind of having to you know, pick it up and go back. It takes a really long time to use fine yarn, but if you use the recommended yarn or type of yarn that she uses in her pattern, it will take a lot less time to make, I'm sure. But I love that dress, and I would spend the time to make another one with that yarn. It was very fun and beautiful. Okay, and then I think my absolute favorite thing that I made, maybe not, I don't know, it's one of my favorites that I made this year, is the Traveler Fair Isle Sweater by Brianna K Designs. And I just love this sweater so much. I think my pattern came out a little bit different than hers, or it could be the colors that I used. I don't know, but I still loved it as I was going along. And I would definitely make another one of these. So for this one, I used, let's see, for the brown, I used Barocco Ultra Alpaca in color 6293. For the base, the bulk of the sweater, the blue part, I used Cascade Alpaca Lana Dioro, I think that's how you say it, and color 1064. And then in the yoke, for like the, what is this, like a turquoise color, I used Barocco Ultra Alpaca in color 62170, and then for the white I used Cascade Yarns Cascade 220 Sport, and this is in color number 8010. So these are the yarns that I used for this sweater. I wanted something that was going to be really warm, and that would just, I wanted like a timeless piece, a piece that you just hold on to forever. And I am thrilled with this sweater. The pattern was super easy. I was a little bit intimidated at first with all of the color work. And like I said, I think my color work might have come out a little bit different than it was supposed to, but I am still super happy with it. The only thing that I would have probably done different with this sweater is make it a tiny bit bigger. I did want it to be a more fitted sweater, and it is kind of stretching as I continue wearing it, but it's a little tiny, it's like a tad too fitted, but that's okay. I still love it, and if I go to make another one, I will probably definitely make it a little bit bigger. The only thing I think I did differently with this sweater is I think when I was doing the stitches, I think I did a yarn under because I wanted it to be very, I didn't want it to be see-through at all. And if you do a yarn under stitch, it makes your stitches a little bit tighter. So that's also probably why it is just a tiny bit too fitted. Not too fitted because it fits me perfectly fine, but just it's a hair too much. And So I will still continue to do the yarn under next time I make it, because I do want the stitches to be a little bit, I don't want them to be see-through. But I might make this like a half size bigger or a size bigger. I'm gonna have to do the math and figure it out. But I absolutely adore this pattern, and I saw she has a bunch more, maybe not a bunch more, but she has more patterns like this, and so I'm gonna go back in and probably purchase a bunch of patterns from her to get kind of continuing on, and maybe do some for next year. But that is just super exciting. So then the next thing that I did was another sweater for my son Ollie, and he is 4. And this I used, oh goodness, did I not bring? Actually, I have right here. The Heritage 150 prints, but I used a different color than this one. This was his Christmas sweater for this year, and I think it's so cute. I wanted to do something, I don't know if you guys have seen the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, but what is his name in the movies? Is it Scott? He's always wearing like ugly sweaters, and in the movies, Tim Allen is always making fun of him for his sweaters. I think he is, or at least that's what I remember. So I wanted to make kind of like a Scott-inspired sweater for Ollie for Christmas. And I just did the same thing that I did with Ethan's sweater. So I didn't use a pattern for this. I just, you know, went top to bottom and just kept trying it on him as I went. And I did, I don't know what you call this stitch. It's like the fake knit stitch. I can't remember what this is called in crochet terms, but I just did that stitch. And this is the same exact thing that I did for Ethan's sweater. It was just different yarns, so they look quite different. But I love this yarn so much. I'm going to be making socks with the other colors that I have of this yarn. And yeah, this is just super cute on him. He loves it. He's probably going to wear it all year long, even though it's Christmas colors. And then I made these crochet shorts. I just wanted something. We moved from South Carolina to New York, and in South Carolina we had central air, so our house was never really too hot, even though outside was blazing hot. And here we don't have air conditioning, so our house is almost 200 years old, so we have like a window air conditioner in one of our rooms, and that's about it. So I wanted something that I could just wear around the house on the hot days with like a tank top, and I was like, you know what, it might be fun to crochet some shorts. So these are by Knit Crow Addict. I found her on YouTube. A lot of these, I think all of these that I used patterns with, I think I found on YouTube. So, and then they also have, like, if you go into YouTube, they, I think all have a video, but if you want the pattern, you can go on like Ravelry or Etsy, and they'll have them in their links down below. So all of these, you can go to their YouTube channels and find their patterns. But yeah, so these were crochet shorts by Knit Crow Addict, and these were super simple. They worked up really quickly, and I love them. I might make a few more pairs to just have on hand, and maybe I'll make like a matching tank top or just wear regular tank tops, but I thought these were really nice, and they're a little bit see-through, but not really. Once you're wearing them, you can't really see through them. So those were really cute. And then I think the last thing that I made for this year, I also did not have a pattern for, but this was a shawl. Oh goodness, it's quite big. And I wanted something that was really, really warm to to wear around my house, and I'm obsessed with this shawl. I love Outlander, and it just kind of reminds me of something that Claire would wear. And yeah, so I kind of just knit this along and just like a simple shawl pattern. This yarn that I used for this shawl, actually, I'm so upset, is not available anymore. It's the 127 print yarn. I don't even know who this is by. It's the 127 print yarn. I have this color and then I have a blue color, but I used the, I wanted it to be kind of like burnt embers looking, but this is my favorite one. This black yarn with like all of these beautiful colors into it, and then this, I don't know, I kind of call this like pumpkin spice color, but they worked so well together. And I love this shawl so much. I wear it every single day. It's covered in cat hair right now because I wear it and then my cats cuddle me, and it is so warm that it has been amazing now that we've been back into the cold. So yeah, that is everything that I made in 2021 aside from my son's green sweater, Ethan's sweater. And yeah, so I'm hoping that this year I've already made quite a few things this year, or not, I guess not really made, I'm working on quite a few things that will get made in this new year. And now that we've moved and we've settled down, I'm just super excited to see how this year and the next few years kind of play out. I've gotten back into knitting recently. So all of this is crocheted, and I recently gotten back into knitting. So I'm probably gonna have knitting videos up as well as crochet videos. So that'll be a good kind of mix for, you know, knitters and crocheters, people who do both. And I'm kind of getting some ideas on videos now. I know some people commented down below that they would like just like crochet along videos, so that would be really fun. I might even do some like time-lapse videos of making sweaters and stuff like that. And then yeah, more haul videos. I actually have something that I want to do that's gonna be really cool, and I think some people might benefit from it a lot. So actually today I might go see if I can find the things that I need for that. So if I can, hopefully I can get a video up soon about that one. And my cat is going, okay. My tripod, yeah, the last time I used a tripod, it wasn't a tripod, it was like this bendy thing that I hooked to my chair and it holds the phone. And my husband got a selfie stick for Christmas that has little tripod things on the bottom, but it is so wobbly that I have it like propped up against a chair right now. And I was worried my cat was gonna knock it over. But the one thing, I'm working on quite a few things, but the one thing I'm working on right now is these like Valentine's Day treat bags. So I got this idea, if you guys want to make something very similar to this, go check out the Valentine's treat bag by Sonia Blackstone. And she's Blackstone Designs, and she has a pattern for these. And I will try to link everything down below in the description, all of the patterns that I did use for this. I'll try to. I don't know how to link things yet. I'm terrible with technology, so I might have to have my husband help me do that. But I got the idea to make these by Sonia Blackstone from Blackstone Designs. And I used kind of part of her pattern, but then I kind of just changed it up for how I wanted to do it. Her pattern is super, super adorable. I think her heart is bigger, and then she has kind of a different colorway for the straps. But I'm making these for my son's school for their Valentine's Day party, and then I'm gonna make bigger ones. I think he has like his bus driver, and then he's got 2 teachers in his classroom. So I'm gonna make big like tote bag ones for his teachers and his bus driver, and I'm gonna put tons of different snacks and goodies in there for them. So yeah, so I figured I would show you guys this so you can go check out Sonia's design, and you can get her pattern if you want to make something like this for your kids for Valentine's, or anybody you know, if you want to make just one to give to somebody. These would be super, super cute for Valentine's Day. So this is what I'm working on right now. I'm working on a knit sweater, and that's what I have to go to the store for today to get a new cable for. And then I just have like a whole board of things that I'm currently working on, and then a whole side of that board of things that I want to start working on. So there's just going to be tons of projects. I don't know how I'm going to do the videos. I don't know if I'm going to do a video for every project that I do, but I have some ideas now, and some of you guys down below have given me some good ideas. So thank you for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope everybody stays warm if you're in cold areas. Today is a really, really cold day where I'm at. So I hope everybody is safe and warm and happy. And yeah, maybe you got some ideas from this video for some things that you want to do. So thank you for watching.